Hello students, welcome again to our video lesson. In the last video lesson we have completed our chapter number 3, and I told you that the next video lesson we will discuss question and answer of this chapter. Also in the last online class we have discussed the short type questions exercise of chapter number 3. So in today's video lesson I will discuss section 2, and some of the question I have also discussed in the online class also. So again I am going to discuss with you the question and answers of this chapter. Section 2, number D, give reason of the following, for the following, a spoonful of salt disappear in a glass of water. Yes, the salt get dissolved in water because, as all of us know, that the molecules of water, which is the liquid, water is a liquid, so its molecules are in the far away from each other as compared to solids. So when solid dissolve in water, salt, its molecules takes the empty space between the molecules of water and it disappear in the water. Okay. Gases do not have definite shape or definite volume. Again we have to say the two reasons here. One, in gases molecules are very far away from each other, all of you know. So the intermolecular force of attraction is very negligible. Hence gases occupy the entire space in which they are kept. Okay, so they don't have any definite shape or definite volume. Next, number 3, when we put an inflated balloon in a refrigerator, its size decreases. In the chapter we have learned gases expands on heating. Okay. But when we keep the inflated balloon inside the refrigerator, what happens? The temperature of the gas decreases and it starts contracting. Okay. So hence, since the gas starts contracting, so the size of balloon decreases. Burning of candle wick is a chemical change. When we light a candle, what we see, the wax on heating, it starts melting, but when it cools down, it again changes to the solid wax. Okay, it is a physical change. But when the wick burns, it also burns the wax, which changes to carbon dioxide, water vapor, and it releases heat and light energy. Okay, from that we cannot get back the wax again. So it is burning of a candle is a chemical change, whereas melting of wax is a physical change. Gases expands to fill their container. In question number 2, the same answer you have to write here. Since in gases molecules are far away from each other, so their intermolecular force of attraction is very negligible. Hence the container, suppose in a gas jar, if you keep a gas, it will take the entire space due to its less molecular force or interparticular force of attraction. Now explain the following terms. Matter, anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. Mass, quantity of matter contained in a body is called its mass. Heat is a energy, is form of energy which transfers from hot body to cold body, and it also change the state of matter. Freezing, when liquid, any liquid attains its temperature decrease and attain a temperature at which it start to change in the form of solid, that is called solidification, and it is also called freezing. Sublimation, when a solid is heated it changes to gaseous state without going to liquid state, is called sublimation. Chemical change, when a change takes place when two or more things react together and a new substance is formed, we call it a chemical change. Physical change, it is a change in which no new substances are formed, it is a temporary change. Cohesive force, it is a force of attraction between the particles or like particles. Okay, it is called force of cohesion or cohesive force. Next is distinguish between the following: deposition and sublimation. Just now I told you sublimation. When a substance is heated, it changes to gaseous state without going to liquid stage. It's called sublimation. And the reverse of sublimation is deposition. Means when these gases are cooled, they again changes to solid state without going to liquid state. It's called deposition. Now physical change and chemical change. Physical change, so many points you can write. It is a first we can write it is a temporary change. No new substances are formed. Very less amount of heat energy is required or evolved or negligible. No new substances are formed here. Chemical change, it is a permanent change. New substances are formed. Total composition of atoms and molecule changes, but in a physical change only state of matter changes. This point also you can mention. Interparticle force and interparticle space. So the space or gap between the particles of matter is called interparticle space, or the force of attraction between the particles of matter is called intermolecular force of attraction or interparticle force of attraction. Melting point and boiling point. Melting point means the temperature at which solids starts melting, it's called melting point, and the temperature at which liquid starts boiling or changes to vapor is called boiling point. Okay. Gas and vapor. So gas may be of anything. When any liquid is heated, it changes to gaseous state. But in case of vapor, if we say, it is only about water vapor. So when water is heated, it changes to vapor state, it is called vapor. Now short answer type questions. Name the three states of matter and give one characteristic feature of each. State of matter, all of you know: solid, liquid and gas. Solids are rigid, liquids are not rigid, gases are also not rigid. Solids, very less force of attraction, a very maximum less intermolecular space. Liquid, more than solids. In gases, maximum. In solid, force of attraction is maximum. It is in liquid, it is less than the solids, and in gases is negligible. In this way you can write so many points, but here in the question you have to write only one characteristic. What do you mean by interconversion of matter? Interconversion of state of matter means when a solid is heated, it starts melting and changes to liquid state. Again, when a liquid further is heated, it changes to vapor state. Again, on cooling, this vapor condenses to form liquid, and liquid, when it is further cooled, it achieves its freezing point. We call changes to solid. So this is called interconversion of state of matter. What are the factors that decide the state and physical property of matter? So state and physical property of matter says the three things: that intermolecular force spacings or interparticle spacing, interparticle force of attraction, Brownian motion. Okay. Name three substances under each category: solid, liquid, gas, and vapor. So we have to just give the example here: solid, liquid, gas, and vapor. No need to write anything else. Now the next question is, what is Brownian motion? It is the random motion of the particles of, mainly we see in the liquid and gas, is called Brownian motion. But it is very less is seen in very less seen in solid, because they move only in its mean position. So how it is different? Three says in solid very less, liquid more than solid, Brownian motion is more, and in gases Brownian motion is maximum or very fast. What are the two main factors of heat on state of matter? Effects of heat. So heat has two it on heating, a solid changes to liquid, liquid changes to gases when it gains heat. But if a substance lose heat, means suppose when gases lose heat, it cools down to form liquid, and again liquid when further cools down by releasing heat is called changes to solid, is called these are the effect of heat on the different state of matter. Two characteristics of physical and chemical change. Physical change, that's now I have discussed with you in the difference between the following. So many points I have discussed. Any 2 points out of that you can write in this question. Means physical changes are temporary change, only the state of matter takes place. But in a chemical change, it is a permanent change. It total composition of matter and molecules changes. On what basis does the particular theory of matter explain the three-state matter? Again, these are the three factors we have studied, that intermolecular spacing, then intermolecular force of attraction, and Brownian motion. Okay, so these are the factors responsible for different states of change of matter. Okay. So student, so we have discussed the question answer of short type, filling the match the column and define the following and give reason. In the next video lesson, we will discuss with you the long answer type question. So all of you write this question answers in your notebook. I will give it in the homework. I have also given it. Submit in the schedule time. The next video we will see again. Okay, thank you student, see you again. Thank you very much.